So, hello again. Another boring video from the comfort of my bedroom. It's a Saturday morning, and I decided to stay in and I tried my mushrooms. I took a light dose, 5 grams. No, sorry, 7 grams. And it was interesting. Initially, just felt sick. Felt like I had to throw up, but I didn't. Relaxed. It made me feel horny. Had a wank. I'm a huge wanker. I think lots of people are huge fucking wankers. I don't have any pretensions about not being a wanker. I mean, even if you have sex, real sex, which I've had before many times, not hung up about it either way, but my talking about it more makes me seem as if I am hung up about it when I'm not. Anyways, yeah, it made me horny. When I closed my eyes, I saw visions of strange stuff. I meditated. I cried quite a lot. Colors changed a little bit, but I felt as if the whole time I was resistant to it. I was resisting something. I felt as if the entire time I wanted to go to sleep, but I was resisting going to sleep. And yeah, I feel sad, very sad about everything. Um, my mother always told me she wanted a girl, and she raised me to be a girl, but I'm a man. I'm a boy, man. I feel more like a boy than a man. I don't feel like I know how to be a real masculine, manly man, how to take care of somebody. It's difficult stuff. But yeah, I'm intellectual, semi artistic, and feel as if I'm something special. Look at me. I'm the special little me. Me, 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 me. And I'm not anything special. Just another person on a planet with 7 billion people. And I'm alone. Totally alone. I've talked to people over the internet. Talked to people over Facebook. And is that a real human connection? We are so this trip, a little tiny little trip I took, didn't even have a very strong dose, made me realize more than ever how totally disconnected we are from everything, from everybody, and we value the wrong things. We value, material stuff far too much, although it is important. I'm not saying there's not a nobility in poverty. There isn't. But having I enjoy my basic comfort, my bed that I have, my room, my comfortable, semi-comfortable accommodation that keeps me safe out of the rain, out of the snow, out of the extreme temperatures, comfortable, That's important. And yeah, feeling the specialness that I'm not really special. And seeing the world, reading stuff in the paper about news about World War III, potential on the horizon. It's a huge possibility. Stuff going down in the South China Sea. That's happening. Things with Russia going on, the new president. And we look at history and it seems as if the same things are unraveling that have always been around. It seems like it's just more of the same on the horizon, more of the same idiocy and stupidity. While the world is burning in certain places, certain parts of the globe, Syria and places like that, we're busy playing Pokemon, you know? Because what else is there to do, right? What else is there to do to occupy ourselves all the time? Our overabundance of consciousness. But I feel ungrateful. I do. We turned this world into such a hell, and it could have been paradise. And look at the hell we've created. We have too many people, not enough resources, not enough jobs, not enough everything. There's too many old people, too many young people. We can't take care of everybody. And I grew to believe. Became atheist. I was an idealist. I thought science and technology could save us, and they can't. You know, for me to get good with this like phone, let's say technology, for me to really truly understand it, study the programming, the physics, the mechanics, the electronics of it. Never mind all the other subjects like chemistry, biology. Yeah, they're important too. You got to be in bed with chemistry. You got to be in bed with programming. You got to be eating dinner with physics, eating dinner with chemistry, lunch, breakfast, everything. It's a lot of effort. We're so high maintenance so that a schmuck like me, can make videos on the internet and talk to this audience out there instead of just going back to basics, going back to actually having real friends and real groups of people. It's very hard to connect with people. I feel as if my whole life I've been disconnected. I moved around so many times. I don't have any roots anywhere, no friends. Again, that's my problem. It's not everybody else's problem. I don't expect a parade. I don't expect a shower of sympathy. But on the whole, yeah, people are pretty disconnected. And I see that there's a longing for nostalgia in people. We want to go back to some simpler times. Do you know what I mean? Like men were meant to go hunt and gather and be primitive. I think we were happier in a primitive condition. Not happy because, again, there's no nobility in poverty, but happy in the sense like being content with just going out and hunting and gathering. And you only live to be the age of 30. You didn't get all this time to ponder all this existential angst, fucking weird crap, and think about all the problems of the world and blah, 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 blah. All these problems that you have little control over. You can only control the shit going on in your immediate space. Like I can only really worry about myself. I can only really worry about putting food in my belly and all this stuff. And maybe a couple other people, maybe my family, extrapolate a little bit, but not the world, not the big picture. But we've developed this brain that we can comprehend the big picture, and we don't like the big picture. Big picture sucks. So we want to go back to basics. I see it all over the place. We're reverting and wanting the primitive, but not wanting. We want nature, but we want to be separate from nature. But we still want it there. We want the tamed nature, not the nature with grizzly bears in it that we have to go kill. Because that was our past, right? Killing grizzly bears. That's what we were meant to do. So in a way, I do, as a lot of other people do, probably feel redundant, not special. I mean, even in my society, our problems in Canada, this is a fucking issue now. People complaining about, if they're transgendered or they're whatever, and they can't use the same washroom. And it's like everybody wants to be special, you know what I mean? And they don't have any ability or any claim to being special, right? Like, they're not brilliant authors. They're not exceptional athletes. They're not very pretty or beautiful. They haven't earned any status, but they want status. You know what I mean? To earn status is hard work. It's expensive. It's a lot of bullshit to get there, to work yourself out of whatever mess. And I have no knowledge of how to do that at all. Anything I got, that's because I popped out of the right vagina. That's how I feel. But anyways, yeah, so these transgendered people and stuff, they want to feel special, but they're not special. So everybody's, I self-identify as a fucking panda because I'm special. No, you're not special. You're another one of 7 billion. There's no frontier. Do you know what I mean? Like, where do we go with that? We got all this idle time. We got hours and hours and hours and hours, and we haven't mentally developed a response to adapt to it. I used to be overweight. Why was I so overweight? Because the drive in all of us is just to consume and reproduce and consume and reproduce. And there was no check No, nothing stopping me from eating all the candy. Nobody, my mom never put a limit on me from a divorced family. I had no masculine role model saying, no, stop. Don't eat all that fucking candy. So in a way, the Western society, there's a that's what's going on with us collectively speaking, metaphorically speaking. We've eaten too much candy and we are sick. And we want more candy, more candy, more candy, more candy. And, candy time's over. We spent it all. We blew it all. We blew everything on credit card. And we got the bill collectors have come to collect. And we always want to blame somebody else. We want to blame, it's the transgendered, or it's the Rothschild bankers, or it's the whoever, somebody else. Well, no, we fucked it up. We turned it into a hellhole. We turned it into a shithole. And then this train of thought led me to think, well, now maybe it's just life itself is the real fucking problem. But it's dark. Like I said, when I had this trip, I wanted to go to sleep. I just want to shut the door and have it all go away. But there's something in me that's resisting it. I have felt the want. I've had the suicidal thoughts. I thought about leaving here, but I can't leave here. You know what I mean? I have resistance to it. And that's the masculine. The yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine. I want to be the masculine, but I don't know how to be the masculine. And it fucks up a lot of men. I don't know how to be a real man. I need somebody to hold my fucking hand. And there ain't nobody anymore to hold my fucking hand. And I'm not tough. I feel very soft in this world full of killers and psychotic shit going on. World War III on the horizon, I'm not going to be able to fight. And I have nothing to fight for. I don't have a family to fight for. I don't have a fixed religion to fight for. I don't have anything to fight for. I'm alone. Nobody cares about me. And like I said, it's my ego, the ego trap. Me, 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 me. I'm so special. This is all about me. Me, 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 me. That's not about me. Yeah, fuck, even I make these videos, it's just my own narcissism. Wanting to be remembered after I die and nothing gives a shit. The indifference of it. That's our eccentricity, is that the whole world, nature, the world we live in is indifferent to us, but we are not indifferent to it, right? I can look outside now and I look, the rain, it's so beautiful, and the trees and the animals and the stuff. This shit, I find it beautiful, or, the nice sunset or the clouds or whatever. I enjoy it, but it doesn't give a fuck about me. Longing for connection, but having nothing to offer at the table, Nothing to give it, to give back. And feeling as if I have nothing to offer a lot of the time. A redundancy. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for medical science. Physically weak, feel physically weak, not strong. Anyway. Just bitching about poor me, poor me, poor me. But it's not poor me. It's I guess I'm intelligent in a lot of ways that society and other people don't need right just yet. They don't need me. I feel as if no matter where I've gone, people don't need me. Anyways, so yeah, okay, well, fucking too long of a video. I don't even know if it's going to upload. I got maybe 20 minutes max. Yeah, 20 minutes. 20 minutes! But yeah, doing all this traveling I've done. And I thought, ooh, it makes me a special person. Nobody cares where I've traveled, where I've been. I want to spread meanness, my memes, or my genes all over the place. And for what? You know what I mean? I've given up. I don't want to spread my genes. I don't want another consciousness to be in the same dilemma that I'm in, which is a fucking nightmare hell that we've created for ourselves because we're so goddamn eccentric. I had too much free time to think about art and philosophy and this and that. Just jerking off. I'm a tool, a huge wanker tool. Yeah? That's my problem. I gotta fix that for myself if I don't want to be a wanker tool. But it really is all, when you think about it, it's all just a giant wank. Wankety wank, wank, wank. Wanking ourselves off. What else is there to do, right? Waiting to die. I'll get to my trips and stuff in a sec, but oh yeah, that's the other thing. I was listening to Notorious B.I.G. I have his scale. I'm too lazy to get up and show the scale. He's this rap guy. He had a pretty fucked up life. No parents, robbing and stealing, talking about all these horrible things in his songs. But I listened to his album, and that's not doing much for me. But I can acknowledge and see at least that there was a redemption to it. His musical ability. He maybe wasn't such a piece of shit because he had art. Art saved him. Like it saved my father. It can maybe save me. It can save people to a degree. But the fact that we need so much stuff, we consume so much resources to save a few people, to save ourselves from the inevitable, and our thinking about the inevitable. That all we have to do here between the time we are born and we die is contemplate all this stuff. It's too much time. Too much time on our hands is the central fucking point here. Way too much. What is there to do here? I feel as if all the mountains have been climbed already, and if I go climb them, well, nobody gives a shit. They've already been climbed. You know what I mean? If I could go climb Mount Everest. I could save the money, work, be a millionaire. If I worked and became a millionaire, which I could do, I'm capable of it, I think. But nobody would give a shit. Only I would give a shit. The rest of the world keeps spinning either way. It's as if I don't have anything to prove. And there's more and more and more people like me. We don't have anything to prove anymore. We're just dropouts. Listening to stupid, weird music. I've been listening to a lot, The Antwoord. They're this weird band. I recommend anybody go check them out. They've reached some sort of semi-mainstream success, but, a musical train wreck. They have energy, they have personality, they have presence, definitely. But you look at all art, and it's all about the same shit. Death, sex. We've painted the pictures, all the different ways we can paint them. We've tapped all the shit on the keyboard as many ways as it can be tapped, It's as if there's nothing else to say and just a whole lot of fucking time on our hands. But saving grace here, if there is any, I didn't want to let it go. I can't let go. We can't let go of it. But we know that someday we're going to have to let go of it. This is the dilemma we all find ourselves in. And I am just a lucky person because I have all this free time. I can sit around and think about this shit. Most people depression's on the rise because most people are aware of it at an unconscious level. I had the privilege and luxury to have the time to be aware of it on a conscious level. I'm young, but I feel old. I went to Cambodia, saw all those religious sites and stuff. I could show pictures from it, but I feel as if I was circling the secrets of the universe or something. A spiritual truth that you will live, you will die, and you are nothing special. And this shit will just keep going on and on and on forever. And yes, women were the stronger sex, men were the weaker sex. Men destroy and women create.